What's going on, everyone? My name is Impulse, and welcome back to Hermitcraft. I'm glad to be back, guys, because shortly after I finished recording the last episode that you guys saw, I got really ill. I was sick and could not get out of bed for like multiple days. It hit me hard. I haven't been sick like that in many, many years. So I am glad to be finally feeling a little bit better out of bed and back on the Hermitcraft server. You can probably hear it a little bit in my voice. Hopefully it improves over the course of this episode and doesn't go the wrong direction here. I think I'm definitely on the mend though. And I am ready to continue. Well, I was thinking about this. I should probably fix the building. We made an absolute mess of it with the TNT last episode. I should probably start things off by putting this back together. But before I do, Jem said that she left me a note over by Bop and Go, so let's go check that out. Hold on there, buddy. We don't know if this is gonna work. I got a big sign. He's gonna test it out. While we're reading this, let's see if that thing over there works. Hello, Impulse. It is me, Gemini Tay. I saw your redstone was not working. Hadn't been working for a little while, actually. So I went in the noodles, removed a cactus. It's now fixed and you're welcome. By the way, there's drowned men in your redstone. I will await payment for my redstone repair service. Thank you, Jem, professional redstoner. Well, Jem, seems like it's working great. Green just got some XP set off the sounds. Thank you. I'll send payment in the mail.
I require payment.
Right now? I was gonna mail it to you.
Well, I just think that I really fix your redstone here.
I mean, he removed a cactus.
Yeah, but
Is that really fixing it?
yeah, because you didn't fix it. It was before you got sick. It was out for like a month, and I couldn't figure out why. I kept coming over here, and then I went in the noodles, and a comparator was constantly lit up, and there was a cactus in a dispenser, but it wasn't going back and forth in your little timer thingy, so there was no kelp coming in.
Oh.
So then I took it out, and then I put it back in, and now it works because I'm a genius, and also Grian came by and confirmed that it was
See, he
broken
does
and
want
that
some
it was
credit
fixing
for
it.
this.
Yeah, well, because he helped, because he was there.
Okay.
So
So-
I think that you owe both of us.
Well, I was just going to pay
Something.
you and let you decide what kind of a cut you wanted to include Grian for his contributions
Well, he
to
was
this.
just a consultant, so I feel like 10% would be generous, really.
Just 10%. 10% of what? Can you make it faster? The XP's low. You keep loading my farms, please, and then you would get some XP. How much are we talking, Jen? What do you think? What do you think that kind of job? I mean, that's pretty good that you found that. Actually, now that you explained it to me, that is a good find. That was well
It's
done.
impressive. I agree. I saw the problem with the comparator, and I fixed, and I totally understood what I was doing.
All right, I'm gonna just go with this. I'm not rich.
Wait, that's a lot. You
I'm
did
not-
not help a ton. You get 10%, sir.
He's tried to up his
I'm not
rate.
that good at math, but I'm gonna give you 4.
Oh no!
I just gotta focus.
No! No! I gave you a
can't.
lot, you know. Oh.
Dude, you are poor. Has anybody ever told you?
I told you I'm poor. I told you when I paid you I don't have
I
money.
feel bad even taking this from you. You're so poor.
Come on, Jem.
You're so poor.
I can't start over. That's
What
my
is
life
going
savings. And I know
on?
it's not much, but it's all I have. Oh gosh.
Gosh.
Yeah, but look, this is all that matters.
So is somebody
That is a
that's
good
awful.
one. Here, listen. I can't take $40 from you.
Oh.
I'll take my commission though.
Yeah,
Where
Oh.
are you? Okay, here you go.
I am not.
Hilarious that you think that I helped. I turned up Impulse. I went and looked at it and went, "Yep, this is broken," and I left. That's
That was your contribution.
Like I said,
confirming it was
consultant fee.
broke.
consultant fee. Consultant fee.
Oh
That's
my
how,
gosh.
that's how it worked. I was being a real consultant.
That's how consulting works.
It is basically
why you
how
pay
it
them
works.
big
You look
bucks.
at it and go, "Yeah, this is broken.
Yeah.
My work here is done."
What am I gonna do, guys? All these hermits becoming master redstoners. What am I supposed to do? That's kind of my thing. maybe I'll just have to become amazing terraformer, right? Yeah, that's it. We're gonna up our game and learn to. I don't think I'm doing this right. Okay. Scratch that. A builder. Yes. Yeah, we'll become a builder. Look, we could do this. We could be as good as B-dubs, right? Well, shoot. They got me there. I guess we're gonna go back to just designing our game. Yeah, that's probably good. That's probably good. I mean, hey, come on now. We've built some cool stuff in here. Okay, this doesn't have any detail because the building's gonna block us soon. Hopefully soon. We still got Gem was here sign in this parking lot here. Yeah, I want to get to this building pretty quick, but I want to get back to this. All right, let's do it. This building did look good at one point in time. It's time to restore it back to its glory. Maybe we'll leave a little bit of damage in for some lore purposes though. All right, there we go. I cleaned up this room quite a bit, added a ceiling. We didn't even have that before, so that's looking great now. And then I patched up all the holes. There's some glass panes and stuff still missing, but yeah, at least there's not big giant holes in the side of the building anymore. So now that that is closed off, we can put our attention back on the inside because I think I want to put our first kind of inside decoration in the tube. And I call it a decoration because it's more just going to be on the walls, not really something that people have to avoid, just something to maybe draw their eyes as they're falling, and hopefully will distract them just enough so that, you know, they forget to avoid stuff on their way down. I've got this picture of a freeze frame from the Fifth Element movie where there was this train, and it's basically traveling vertically along the buildings. And I thought it would be pretty cool to do that inside the dropper game here. I mean, if you think about it, a train going vertical is basically just like an elevator, but this is a little bigger than an elevator car, I suppose. So it's kind of cool, vertical train. So I want to build that, and I think this right about here seems like a good spot for it. It's kind of like on this back wall that you'll be facing when you make your jump. So I think it'll be something fun to look at on the way down. I want to go just past the flying machines, but before the smog that we're going to build later. And I think it'll look good in between those two as they're falling. So, all right, let's go ahead and get some things together. And, well, I guess first I want to build like a track for this thing to ride upon. All right, we've got the track going all the way down from bedrock, all the way up through where the fog will be, which is right here, all these cross beams of dirt. That's kind of where I'm marking off the fog that we need to put in. And then it goes up above that all the way to the bridges up there, which is kind of the first thing you see when you start falling through. Once you get past the bridges, that's when everything kind of opens up. So I want to have a little bit of space after they start dropping to be able to actually see the train. And so the top of the train is going to go about right there, I'm thinking, and then down and end just before the fog starts. So it kind of looks like the train just came up out of the fog. I think that's going to look super cool. So using my inspiration picture from the movie, the train is actually kind of this like purplish hue to it. So we're using blue terracotta, and I got a couple other bits and bobs to help decorate this with some windows on it. And I want to light it up as well. The more light we add in on all the things we're doing up and down, Cub was shot by... Oh, Skiz was shot by Cub using a laser beam. Cub's got laser beams attached to his forehead. Anyway, forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I think anything that has lights, that we can embed lights in, will just help light up this whole thing, because it is so super dark right now. And once we have all the buildings and stuff, I want it to be lit up. Except, I guess once we go under the fog, I want it to still be a little bit dark, because that would make sense that the fog is like blocking natural light and stuff. So anyway, yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along. All right, let's go ahead and build up the train next and see what we think. All right, I've got the train designed, and I want to check it out from falling. Yeah, that's how most people are going to see it. So as they're falling, you can see it's pretty bright. I like that right there. You can see it, sort of. But let's see if we can jump, and yeah, that looks so cool. Okay, I should probably, oh, no way. Okay, I got a little too excited about looking at the train. Let's see it from here. Oh, that looks pretty good. I didn't worry about doing anything underneath because I don't think anybody's going to fall past and look back up. I think people are mainly going to be focusing on where they're going. So let's try that again. I want to see if I can get a good glimpse of it and still live, which is pretty difficult. It happens really, really fast because, you know, we're falling and getting pretty much to terminal velocity here before the end. Is now a good time? No, now it's not a good time. We'll let that, I want to go behind this one. Yeah, there, that was pretty, yep, that's so cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a cross beam there I need to watch out for. See how they'll, this is going to be cool. The more stuff we put in, the more distractions people will have. They'll be trying to look at the stuff as they fall down instead of worrying about where they're falling like I just did. All right, so that flying machine, and we should be clear. And this time I'll fall on that side of this. Yeah, that is so cool. Yeah, I think this is turning out really good. This is perfect. Right after the fog, you'll see the train coming out. I think the train looks good. Let's go free cam real quick so you guys can see it. I kind of put these on to kind of like hug the rail here. I got to take that light out right there. I just noticed that doesn't look so good. It looks like it's attaching to that. We'll take out those frog lights right there. But aside from that, I think it's good enough. It's pretty plain. I didn't do anything on the sides. You're not really going to get to the side of it anyway. So kind of all the details are on the top here. That's pretty cool. All right. It's a good start to this. Now we got to get some buildings going up as well, because we're not going to see the inside of this. Probably the next step of this is to start building some of these buildings. They're going to be very, very tall and very repetitive, but it is going to help hide all of this ugliness of the interior here, which is basically just whatever's left over from the outside. So yeah, that'll all get covered up, and I think it's going to look really cool. All right, this place is coming along. I'm so excited. All right, we're going to take a little break from the dropper game today because I got a package in the mail a little while ago, and I have yet to open it, and that is my TCG cards, our starter deck, because TCG is back on this season, and we're going to get some games going. So let's see what we got. TCG. I knew this was in here. I have not looked at my deck yet, but it looks like, okay, Terraform. We've got like a Terraformer starter deck. Yep. Okay. So that's going to be Wormman. We got Princess Gem. Okay, this is great because I'm probably going to play against Gem here in a second. So I can pop her card up there. Scar, of course. King Joel. 2 King Joels. Okay, are any of these, they're all commons. They're all commons. Here we have a rare. Here we have a Gem rare. Let's see what that's going to do for us. And then we got Pearl and Corrales rares as well. So, okay, these could be really good cards. And then we got a bunch of these Terraformers. As far as these extra power-ups go, I think they're just okay. I don't see anything super, super good. But again, it's been a while since I've played, so I could be wrong. This crossbow is usually pretty good because you can hit people that aren't actively active on the TCG board if you need to take out that final bit from them if they tried to hide them. So that could end up being good for us. But let's see. Let's see what these do. I haven't seen these cards yet. How does it, we have to hover over them, right? Okay. So with Gem, you can play an additional single-use effect card at the end of your turn. Okay, so at the beginning of your turn, you can put an effect card, but then before the turn's over, you can do another one. Wow, okay. Wow, I'm going to go through a lot of cards that way, I feel like, but that's pretty cool. With Pearl, we get Aussie Ping. The opponent has to flip a coin on their next turn, and if it's head, their attack misses. That's great. Oh my gosh. We could literally dodge an attack. Oh, that is fantastic. Okay. And then with Corrales, we can heal an AFK Hermit for 100. Wait, how do we do that? Just a one-time use, I'm assuming. Like when you put him into play, maybe? I'm not sure how that works. Hopefully Gem knows. So me and Jem actually ended up playing a couple rounds while I was streaming the other day, and I'm not going to put all that footage in the video here because I know not everybody loves watching TCG, but if you do, I have all of it in its entirety on my second channel from the live stream. So I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to go watch how those matches went. And I'm not going to spoil it, but it won't be the last. And I am really hoping to grow my deck because this was just a starter deck that we collected. So I would like to build it out and actually, you know, have a pretty OP deck at the end of this. I do enjoy playing TCG. It's something that I've been doing in my real life. Me and my daughter, we play every once in a while and have a good time with it. So yeah, you'll probably see more matches here and there while I'm streaming, and hopefully more and more hermits get involved. I know Skiz got taught how to play TCG as well. Seemed like he enjoyed it. You know, I just can't help myself. I got to come back here. I want to do a little bit more before we end the episode. Just the idea that we're starting to get this back wall done is getting me very, very excited. And so I've got some blocks. We're not going to do anything crazy, but I want to get a palette kind of figured out for how these buildings are going to look and kind of the footprint of it, if you will. So let's go down here. Oh, by the way, while I was streaming, I took a little break and Jem built this cool little box around me to keep me safe because, yeah, this place is not safe. And I think I might actually kind of keep this and try to incorporate this in here because down here will be below the smog. It's kind of like the abandoned place as the city's basically ruined itself and everybody's had to keep building up to get out of it. So yeah, I think that's kind of fitting here to have a little abandoned hut, if you will. So let me go ahead and put down some of these blocks. You can see I'm using materials that I've got in quite an abundance. I made a bunch of these smooth stone blocks here because I think they could be a good kind of frame for a building. And I think I might actually go with this andesite as well for one of them. So let's go ahead and kind of frame out with just the smooth stone on one of these buildings where we might want this. Now, we want to make sure that we kind of come out and have a bit of a square shape coming out of here, which is hard because we've got this cylinder going all the way up. So we need to have it protrude just a little bit, which means if we are going up here next to this elevator, we need it to kind of jet out and stick out even more. So if we need to pop this out a little bit more from there, I could do kind of like this diagonal frame here. And then as we look up, I'll be able to go all the way out to about here or so before we're going to need another part of the frame. Now, they are in line with each other right now, and that's probably fine. I don't want it to be a super flat surface. We will add some details and some balconies and stuff sticking out. But for right now, just so that we don't have anything getting in the way, I think I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. Now, I actually don't really like this bit right here. I feel like we could have come in a little bit like this and then build some sort of facade here to help kind of connect this building to the actual railway and have it just be its own separate thing here. So I'm not really sure what to put in between these two, but we've got a little bit of a shape of a building. Question is, how far up do we go? And that's not really that wide either. That's going to be the problem we have in here because we do need to kind of curve this around. We're pretty limited on space. If I came in here and let's use another block, if we kind of overlap them like this, so we have this building kind of going back that way, and then now we have a building that's kind of going to the side here, along here, then that can go all the way up and it kind of squares it off a little bit. So we've got this little bit of a corner of a building. In fact, I think what we can do, and this might help, is just jet this out just a little bit more. So maybe do have it connect to here just like that. So now you can kind of see it's popping out a little bit from the track and then over. And then this building just kind of overlaps it as well that goes along here. All right, I'm going to build this up a little bit. Again, it's very flat. We're going to have to come back and give it another sweep of details. I am tempted to already inset some of the blocks, but I don't think that's going to be the right thing to do already at this point. I think I know the perfect block to make the frame that I'm looking for, especially since we're going vertical. All right, I had to go to my basalt farm in the nether, but I've got this here. And yeah, these are nice because they've got kind of the vertical texture to them, and I think they make really good for like edges of buildings and stuff. And then I think the diorite is going to look good next to that to really give it that contrast that we're looking for. So let's see, if we're going to be building across here, I'm kind of feeling like going past at least half of this should be good. And if you look up, we've actually got part of the tunnel of Metro Mayhem right there that pokes through. So I'm not sure what we're going to do for the top of the building when it hits that part, but I think if we go nice and wide with this to about there, that could end up looking pretty good there. That looks like a good width to a building. And then what we can do is stagger another one back just a little bit behind this one. So maybe coming out here and having it kind of just go into the wall once it hits here, have another building come out here, and then kind of like layer them as we go around into this circle. So we're going to lose that kind of cylinder shape of this with all these building fronts, but I actually think that's a pretty good thing. It's gonna make it look kind of cool as we're falling. So I'll build up a few blocks of this now, just so that we have a really good idea of what it's going to look like, and then we can make more decisions from there, I suppose. This is what I like to call a good start. Yeah, we basically just made some walls, and they are going to represent these buildings, and it's coming together. They're basically like a canvas for us right now, because we are going to have to add windows and doors and balconies and all that kind of stuff. Lights, we definitely need lights. It's dark down here for sure, but all the horizontal details that we add to go up this thing is really going to make this pop and come together quite well, I think. And then the more we stack buildings kind of on top of each other, the better it's going to look. Right now, this is just two meeting in the corner, so it doesn't look great just yet, but we're starting to at least cover up that back wall, and that is already making a little bit of a difference down here. And then trying to get an idea of, hello, slime. Oh, hi guys. Where'd you come from? Is there a slime chunk up there? Okay, sure, we'll take it. We'll take the slime balls. Thanks for your offering there. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, we won't have to worry about that once the buildings are built all the way up, I don't think. Well, I guess they could spawn on balconies and stuff. Oh well, one more obstacle for people to avoid, I suppose, as they're falling. But this is starting to come along. Like the more I build, the more I get excited about what the potential is of the look of this whole thing. And it just means we're getting that much closer to, you know, being able to have people come play this game. So, all right, that's a lot of progress for today. We keep chipping away at this dropper game. I don't want it to take as long as Metro Mayhem, which is still being worked on. Don't worry, it's going to happen. And when it opens, it's going to be worth the wait. I guarantee it. But even sickness isn't going to stop us from making progress today. Yeah, that's fitting, isn't it? I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do that before you go. With that said, I'll see you again next time. Have a good one, everyone.